Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and I'm going to take this little square piece of wood that I got at Michael's, and I am going to paint the top of it with a coat of an antique white color. And these little squares, and they also have circles at Michael's for $1, so it's a really good deal. Next, I'm going to add a coat of Mod Podge on top of the antique white, and then I'm going to let that dry, because I'm going to use the iron method, so we're going to let that Mod Podge dry. Once it's dry, I'm going to take this chicken napkin that I have, and I am going to take it down to 1 ply. I'm going to lay it right on top of that, and then I'm going to iron it on. So I want to make sure that I have it going the right direction that I want. I'll put my parchment paper down, and then just use my little iron, and then iron that right on. Make sure that it's really well adhered. Check it to make sure. And how cute is this? I absolutely love this napkin. Next, I'm going to take my little sander and I'm going to sand around all of the edges. I wanted the napkin to have a rustic edge. And I could have used the water on it and peeled it apart, but this works just fine. It only took a couple of seconds. And I also wanted to sand the edges of the wood, so some of that bare wood would come back through. Once I have that all sanded, I'm going to take my antique wax and I'm going to go around the edges of the napkin, around the edges of the wood, and then I'm going to antique wax the whole back. So I'm just going to make sure that I get all around the edges over that paint that I used. And then I'm just going to go over the back and get that nice and stained with the antique wax so the back is all nice and finished. And I absolutely love the way this is turning out. It's so cute. Next, I'm going to take these little metal corner pieces that I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to add one to either side of this sign. So I'm going to add one in the bottom right corner and then in the top left corner. And they're just little metal like edge pieces. They come with little tiny nails, but I'm not going to use the nails. I just use some hot glue. Next, I'm going to take some twine and I'm going to wrap it around the whole sign. So I'm going to take a large amount and just kind of wrap it around a couple of times and then tie a knot in the front. So once I have it wrapped, I'm just going to tie a quick knot to hold that for a second. And then I'm going to take this little key and this little watch face that I had, and these kind of are the same color as the little corner pieces. So I'm just going to slide those on. So I'm going to slide the key on and then the clock face right onto my pieces of twine and then tie it into a bow to hold those on. Kind of make sure that they're at the bottom. Tie a nice little bow. And pull them down. And then I'm going to cut off the excess twine so it's not hanging too far below the sign. And that is it. This project is done. I think this turned out so super cute. I absolutely love it. I hope it inspires you to make one. And thank you for watching. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.